Hi everyone, welcome to this impromptu once and always video. Now I wasn't expecting to be making this video because I thought, we'll eventually get to the once and always trailer and then I would be discussing it there. But a lot has happened last week where it involved this particular photograph that's been going around, and I wanted to give my thoughts on it. So let me break down what actually happened. So Netflix finally had released the synopsis for the Once and Always, special movie for the MMPR team for the 30th anniversary. And it gave us a little breakdown of what to expect, so people got that. But then there were a couple of people who posted a picture of this flipped over car, and people have been, getting worried about this situation. Now, everyone knows that Thuy Trang unfortunately had passed away back in 2001 involving a car accident. And because of the Netflix information and this photo that popped up, people are assuming that the way Trini's going to die is in a car accident. Now, let me explain why I don't believe this is what's going on. There's three reasons. The first one is it's highly disrespectful. The MMPR team has to deal with Trini's death. We don't have the actress anymore. There has to be some sort of way to, in-universe, explain her missing. So obviously, the best option is for her to die in the line of duty. The second reason why I don't believe this is true is because it's pure on lazy. The thing is that it would be such in horrible taste for the writers to be like, we're just simply going to copy what happened in real life and have Trini die the exact same way. I mean, as a writer, you're just going to simply copy what happened in real life, and that's it. And also, for being a Power Ranger, it would be such a dumb way to die. When you look at the photo that was, shown off, there's a lot of things that don't really add up with this photo. Now, what we see is a flipped over car, and it's in the middle of nowhere. So this is the reason why I believe this is not true. We're on a TV show / movie set, and what we see is the car over. The problem is what's going on. In the scene, if you extrapolate it, the car was flipped over, but there's a whole bunch of details that are missing. From where it landed, it looked like it flipped over from the left side and came into the right of frame, and it ended up on its roof, okay? But there's no damage or any disturbance in the dirt on the left side coming up to here. We have also these, tread marks from either ATVs, dune buggies, things like here that were not cleaned up. Another thing that there's also a ton of detail missing. Now, again, if Trini was attacked in her car, assuming this is all true, an explosion would have gone off to deal with this, and the car would be in much more horrible shape. Now, when they deal with cars in movies or TV shows, there's two different types. One is rented, meaning they rent the car out because they need cars to fill up a scene, and those are the stuff that goes in the background, whether it's like, a period piece, so like if you see from a car from the 1940s, they rent it from a company, or people they know who collect antique cars. They're for the backgrounds. Now, those cars are designed for only backgrounds. They are not touched, and they're just simply there for to see. Now, when you see a car used like this, meaning it was a wrecked car, meaning it had a fault, it was sold off for junk, and when they purchase it so they can do whatever they want, and they would destroy it. Now, with this car, it's flipped over, but there's hardly any damage. So it's unrealistically lack of damage. Now, I can hear it, well, what do they put in CG and all that other stuff? Granted, it's true that, there's many shots of Power Rangers in the past where they had enhanced scenes with dirt, impacts, explosions from spaceships and other stuff. That's true. However, from the photos, that would be a waste of time in a lot of areas. Yeah, they can add certain things in the background, but the car itself is fairly pristine. It would be, on the set, you would actually damage it. It would be so much of a waste of time to not have the car be damaged, and then they would have to put in the damage. That's the reason why I believe this is not true. And also, another thing that you have to think about, okay, if you had Trini go out like this, it's lame, dumb, cheap. A Power Ranger dies because they got in a car accident, and that's it. I mean, there's like several outs. We're talking about the MMPR cast. If Trini was, caught off guard and attacked by a monster in her car and somehow it got flipped over, the first thing I'm going to do is going to hit my communicator and teleport out. Who cares about the car? Second thing, Trini, her morpher's going to be on her. She's just going to morph. And if she's in the car, she's morphed. Big deal. So story-wise, it doesn't make any sense. But also production-wise, it also doesn't make any sense. Now, the biggest reason why I don't believe this is that, it would severely damage the goodwill that's been going on around this 30th anniversary and Dino Fury / Cosmic Fury. If this does happen, I don't care if I'm wrong. It's like, it's not even the fact that I want to be right. It's like, at the end of the day, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm taking a guess at all this. But this hurts the company, this hurts the brand, because it's out of taste. Story-wise, it makes no sense. It seems cheap. And from what we've seen from all the other stuff that we've seen from the production, it's not cheap. They've built so many new things, new sets, locations. So for what they're doing, it doesn't feel cheap. And then all of a sudden we see this random car in the middle of the dirt with nothing. So like, what happened? Did the car just fall from the sky and hit the floor and barely do anything? It doesn't add up. And then, like I said before, it ultimately would damage the brand. If they showed Trini die like this, people would hate them for it. And it would also endanger, Cosmic Fury. Like, if you were annoyed at this situation from this, because this is going to air before Cosmic Fury, why would you tune in for Cosmic Fury? Another reason why I don't believe this is true is because, we don't have Tree Trang. We don't have the actress. And, in a car scene, it would be horribly badly edited if they had to cover up her face. So if you're going to have Trini die, you would have her die in suit, because then it would avoid the whole problem of, casting someone that doesn't look like Trini. Because, at the end of the day, we know how she looks like, and it will never, ever feel right if you hire another actress to portray Trini from the front. Like I said, it would be too awkward to film a scene like this in a car where they constantly cover up her face. It would be very limiting versus if she died in the line of duty while she's wearing her outfit. That's the reason why I don't believe this photo to be true. I hope it's not true. I hope I'm right. It would hurt the company, and it would, really, disappoint fans. I don't want to see Trini die just the way she died in real life. That's lame. That's not really a heroic way to go out. I mean, you can argue, oh, it's anticlimactic. You won't expect it. Those stories don't work. Every time they do the whole, it's unexpected. It's only unexpected because most of the time the story's dumb. That's the reason why we don't expect it. We don't expect you to do something so stupid. And then we see various shows that have done that in recent time where it's just bad. And I'm like, I don't want to watch the series because, you just prioritize of trying to trick me into like, you'll never expect what will happen. Yeah, because I'm not expecting stupid. I'm not expecting lazy. And if they go through all this, the rumors are true, and I'm hoping not, and they go through all this, it'll be a waste from all that buildup and goodwill that we've been getting from Dino Fury. Yeah, Power Rangers has been through a lot of stuff over the past decade where, Disney didn't care about it. Saban brought it back. We thought it was going to be like, the hurrah. But then we got Samurai, Megaforce, the second season of Dino Charge, Ninja Steel, all those poor seasons mostly in a row. Or we had one good season that, like Dino Charge, where it just dropped the ball at the end with all this, stupidness. And we had very few seasons in recent time, Beast Morphers and Dino Fury being okay/good, that, this would set us back really far, especially happening on the 30th anniversary. And of course, there's a couple of people who brought up this too. Why would Walter Jones and David Yost and the other actors come back to a script like this? Walter and David Yost, they knew Tree Trang, who she was as a friend, as a colleague, as an actor. I don't see them signing up to something like this. It would just feel wrong to shoot something like this. It would just feel wrong and weird, and I really don't believe this photo is true. it may be a real photo from the special, but this could be just some random thing that just happens. And it doesn't involve anything at any time. We went through this whole once and always stuff for months upon months, and this never came out until now. It seems awfully weird that we're just roughly a month away from it airing, and this comes out of nowhere just like that. We have this random behind the scenes when they've been very careful of releasing information of that. We still don't even have a trailer of this recording. So, we're in the final stages of them working on this special / movie. And I don't know. This feels wrong. It doesn't feel right. I'm hoping that I'm right. In this case, I don't want to be wrong. For the sake of the brand, for the sake of the companies involved, for the sake of the actors, and for the sake of Tree Trang. The writers of Dino Fury have done a fairly good job. Yes, they dropped the ball in certain areas, and I didn't like certain things because, they didn't set it up right. They have their reasons of why it happened. I understand it from the production standpoint. From the story point, it still happened, and I'm disappointed in it, but it's nothing compared to what we've gotten in the past. So I'm hoping this is all rumor, something, whatever, just stuff that just has come up and it's wrong. And then when they do air the final movie, and we see the final movie and we see Trini die in the line of duty, doing a good job saving the world, protecting maybe her daughter, protecting her friends, and we'll go on from there. What do you guys think about this photo? Do you believe that this photo is linked to the production, and do you believe they would do something like this, or do you kind of agree with my stance on it? Leave a comment down below on what you believe is true. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.